Hey entrepreneurs, and welcome to the Art of Online Marketing live show. Today I'm going to be talking about diversification and spreading out your efforts. So my name is Denise Allison, and I am the owner of Strategro, and I empower small business owners to raise awareness of their business online, grow their audience, and attract more customers to their business. So welcome to September, everybody. First of all, I'd like to say happy birthday to my mom. She's turning 60 today, and I want to say happy belated birthday to my dad, who turned 60 yesterday. Yeah, I know their birthdays are one day apart, which is super weird, but anyway. And happy back to school to all of my teacher friends. So they're back to school today, and kids start tomorrow, I believe. And to all the parents out there, you did it. You survived summer vacation. So congratulations for that. So I completely planned on doing like a new beginnings video today, because that's what September feels like. It's always a new beginnings kind of thing. And what I do is I have all my videos planned out in advance, and I have them all planned in my head, and they're all like loosely planned, but sometimes things happen and I feel like they're really good lessons and I want to share them with you. So sometimes the plan goes off track, just because there's something else that I feel is more important to share than what I had initially planned, and something that I feel might land better, have a better lesson. And plus, new beginnings, that's cliche, so we're not going to do that, I guess. So today's topic is, yep, I'm screwed. And you will see why it's called that in a minute. So before we get started, let me know who you are, where you're watching from, and if you find the content of this video valuable, be sure to share it with all of your friends so that they can benefit from the content as well. Alright, so today's topic, yep, I'm screwed, aka the importance of diversification. So as you probably know, my main customer is small business owners. And when I say small businesses, I mean like really small. So micro businesses, or a one person show, or someone with just a few employees. So those are take up the biggest piece of the pie. If this is my customer pie, they would have the biggest slice of the pie that makes up the most of my customers. I work with other small businesses, so maybe some with 10 and more customers or employees, some that are a little bit bigger, but that is my main customer profile. So here in Atlantic, Canada, we are lucky enough to have a lot of funding programs that allow the small business owners to hire a consultant or a coach or a trainer to help them out with their business, and it covers most of the funding for them. And this is a really great opportunity for those small business owners who don't necessarily have enough cash to hire me or other people with similar types of businesses, consulting businesses, that don't necessarily have enough cash to hire them outright. Some larger businesses can, but those micro businesses, they struggle with that. So giving people the opportunity to hire people to help them grow their business to a bigger stage, that's a huge opportunity for them. So there is one particular program that exists here in all the 4 Atlantic provinces, but it's managed differently in all the provinces. So that means that they each are in control of their own funding, and they have their own funds, and they can use it as they see fit. And this is the program that my small business clients tap into the most often. And it's a super awesome program, and it gives these small businesses the opportunity to work with professionals like me and have a huge impact on their business. So I've had a handful of proposals go in recently for this program, and recently I was checking in on them to see what the update was, and lo and behold, I found out that this funding is tapped out for the entire province. So I mean, funding programs like this, they usually are used up before the end of the year, and that's because it's limited funds and there's lots of demand. Lots of small businesses want help, so they access this money, but it's never happened this early that I'm aware of, and it's a program that ends on March 31st. So that means it has been used up 7 months earlier than it's intended to. So that means that's 7 months from now. So that means that all the proposals I've submitted for Nova Scotia small businesses under that program, they currently have no chance of getting funded because at the moment there's no cash left. So right now I could easily be like, yep, I'm screwed, but I'm gonna be okay. And here's why. Here's why is diversification. If I had put all of my eggs in the basket of small businesses in Nova Scotia who relied on this funding to hire me, I would definitely be screwed. Because like I said, there's no money left right now in that pot. There probably will be at some point, but as of now, there isn't. So none of those people can hire me to do work with them. So, I mean, it's not a great thing, but I'm not too worried about it because I do have other projects on the go and I do have clients in different markets that I can still work with. So as I mentioned last week, Strategra has been hired by the Western Regional Enterprise to take on the bulk of their marketing and communications. And I am also working on doing some training through the Yarmouth and Era Chamber of Commerce. And those projects they're signed, they're going forward, they're 100% committed, and they're gonna happen. And so I also have different types of clients. So like I said, I have some businesses who are a little bit bigger than those small businesses who have the cash to hire me outright. And I've also diversified my business geographically. So I'm working with businesses all across Atlantic Canada and also plan to grow into different provinces in Canada, but currently I'm working with businesses all across Atlantic Canada in all the provinces. And like I said, this program is managed province by province. So I still have proposals in for small businesses in other provinces, and there's no reason why some of those shouldn't go forward. So small businesses in other provinces can still access those funds if they have some left in their province, and they can hire me to help them attract more customers online. So that's just one example of how I've diversified my business in terms of bringing in revenue. So we know that diversification is an important business practice. And this is the reason why. It's for things like this. If you put all of your focus in one place and then that limb is chopped off, well, then you're left with nothing coming in. So I want you to ask yourself, if your current source of revenue, your main revenue, was put on pause, what would happen to your business? And if one stream keeping your business running, or one customer, or is there one person who's keeping your business running? And if something happened to that, what would happen to your business? So you absolutely want to look into adding different revenue streams or revenue sources into your business. So this is important for any kind of business, no matter if you're online or offline or whatever. But this also got me thinking of diversification in marketing. So I want you to consider where your customers are coming from. So let me ask you, what would happen if your main marketing platform shut down overnight? So if Facebook decided to shut down tomorrow, would you be screwed? So I always have students and clients asking me, should I be on Instagram, and should I be on LinkedIn, and should I be here and there and everywhere? And the answer is yes. Yes, it's definitely yes, even if it's just for the simple fact that you shouldn't be 100% reliant on one marketing platform, one marketing stream. There are obviously more reasons than that, but that's not the topic at hand today. So I love Facebook, and it is my main source of customer attraction. But if 100% of my customers came from Facebook, I would be terrified, because I'm not naive enough to think that Facebook is going to stick around forever, or that it's going to continue to have the same results that it's having for me now. And I mean, don't believe those viral posts that say that Facebook is gonna start charging you to have an account and that kind of thing. That's not what I'm saying, but I am saying that nothing remains constant in this world and things are always changing. So even the continually lower organic reach of your posts is a hint to that. So Facebook has been around now for over 10 years. And when it first introduced pages and you started a page and you had likes, those people would see your posts. But fast forward to today where there's so much content and there's so much going on, the algorithm's deciding that not many of your followers are seeing your posts. So that alone should give you enough reason to not put all of your resources into one marketing channel. So it's always a good idea to be attracting customers in more than one way. So in addition to Facebook, I use other social media platforms, of course, because I teach social media marketing. So I want to make sure that I know how they work and what works and that kind of thing. But I'm on other social media platforms. So the next one after Facebook, the next biggest one I use is Instagram. And I'm also on Twitter and LinkedIn. So I can connect with my audience through those platforms as well. And in addition to that, I'm always working on building my email list, because the great thing about your email list is you own it and you're not in the hands of someone else and their terms. So make sure you're on my email list. If not, side note. So anyway, another thing I do to raise awareness of my business and to attract new customers is speaking. So I speak at events and I speak at conferences and that kind of thing. And sometimes I get hired to present lunch and learns for some organizations and speak to their members or their fans or clients or that kind of thing. So some people might think that's a little bit strange because I'm not doing social media when I'm in real life, but I'm still teaching people about social media. So there's a few reasons that I will go speak at people's events, and that is I get to speak to a whole entire new audience of people who I wouldn't necessarily meet otherwise. So anyway, so if for some reason Facebook shut down overnight, I'd still be okay. I mean, it wouldn't be ideal, obviously, and I would take a hit. But because I have my marketing resources spread out in various areas, i.e. other social media, I have an email list, and I still do in-person events, so people are coming in that way, I would still be fine. So I think that at this time, Facebook is a great platform, and it's a super important piece of any marketing strategy. I'm also 100% convinced that social media is a great place to be to market your business, and that you should definitely be on social media to attract new customers and raise awareness of your business and build relationships with your audience, and in turn attract more customers to your business. And I'm not saying that you should stop using Facebook or stop using social media. You should definitely continue to do those things. And if anything, you should do them more than you're currently doing. But what I am saying is you need to plan for the future and not naively assume that everything's going to remain constant and remain the same way that it is, and to have your fingers on a few different pies to make sure that if for some reason one of these streams does get cut off or they just stop or anything, that you have other ways to bring people in and that you're not starting from zero. So I want you to think about this. Where are your customers currently coming from? First of all, you should be tracking this regardless, because you should know where you should be putting your effort, what's working and what's not, and where it's worth investing time and money. But it will also tell you what other types of streams would be beneficial to you, and make sure that you're not depending too much on one channel. So again, if 100% of your customers are coming in through Facebook, that is really not a good thing. It means you're probably doing a good job at Facebook, or I don't know. But anyway, that's not a good thing. So thank you so much for joining the show today. So this is a little bit of my story on diversification. So being sure that your revenues are diversified, but also making sure that your marketing efforts are diversified. So if anything ever happens to one of your streams or your customer attraction platforms or channels, that you aren't starting from zero if one of them gets turned off for some reason, or there's a pause in one of them for some reason. So if you want to learn more about social media marketing, you can download my free download called 11 Mistakes Preventing You from Turning Followers into Loyal Customers. And you can get that on my website, strategra.ca, under free stuff. And don't forget that I go live every Tuesday Atlantic time on Facebook, and you can catch my videos there. And so I will see everyone again next week at 10 a.m. at the same time for the Art of Online Marketing live show. Thanks and have a great day.